The Dance of the Sun and the Moon. In the vast lands of Africa, in a region scorched by the scorching heat of the sun, there was a village called Mbali. This village was famous for both its rich cultural heritage and the mystical powers of nature. People lived with a deep respect for the spirits of their ancestors and the mysterious powers of nature. In the village of Mbali, there lived a young man named Sefu. Sefu was a strong and brave warrior. He was known for his courage and leadership skills to protect the tribe. His eyes were as black as night and his skin glowed with a deep darkness. The village elders believed that he would achieve great things in the future. One day, a caravan from distant lands arrived in the village. Along with the caravan came a mysterious girl with snow-white skin. Her name was Amara. Her skin and hair were white due to albinism. Amara had escaped from her family's cruelty and came to Mbali to make a new start. When the villagers first saw Amara, they were shocked and afraid. Some believed she would bring bad luck, while others watched this mysterious girl with curiosity. When Sefu saw Amara, he felt something inside him change. There was a deep sadness and loneliness in her eyes. Sefu approached Amara and asked, "Hello, I'm Sefu. Do you need help?" Amara said with a gentle smile, "I'm Amara. I want to start a new life here, but everyone is afraid of me." Sefu said, "Don't be afraid, I will help you," and began to show her around the village. As the days passed, a deep bond formed between Sefu and Amara. They would sit together by the river, watch the stars, and share their dreams. Amara would tell Sefu the stories she had brought from distant lands, while Sefu would teach him the legends and traditions of the village. However, Kiongosi, the village shaman, began to feel uncomfortable with this situation. He believed that Amara would bring disaster to the village. He started to provoke the people by saying, "He is the cursed child of the moon. His presence will bring bad luck to our village." Many people in the village believed Kiongosi's words and started to stay away from Amara. Sefu's childhood friend Tariq was even more disturbed by this situation. Tariq had a secret rivalry with Sefu and also had a strong interest in Amara. However, Amara's interest in Sefu increased the jealousy and hatred inside Tariq. One night, Tariq and a few of his friends ambushed Amara somewhere outside the village. They attacked her, saying, "There is no place for someone like you in this village." Amara fell and was injured while trying to escape in fear. Just then, Sefu appeared and got into a fight with Tariq and the others to protect Amara. Sefu was seriously injured during the fight, but he managed to save Amara. Amara took Sefu deep into the forest and started to look after him. There, she communicated with the mystical spirits of the forest. According to legend, there was a spirit named Niam who lived deep in the forest and had the power to heal. Amara pleaded with Niam to heal Sefu. Niam saw Amara's pure heart and true love. "You are the combination of the sun and the moon. Your love is strong enough to overcome all obstacles," he said, and healed Sefu. However, Niam warned them, "When you return to the village, greater difficulties await you. You must believe in the power of your love." Meanwhile, in the village, Kiongosi and Tariq tried to turn Sefu and Amara's disappearance to their advantage. They instilled fear in the villagers by saying, "See? Their union has brought disaster to our village. Our crops have dried up, our animals have become sick." When Sefu and Amara returned to the village, they were met with hostility from the villagers. Kiongosi shouted, "We don't want you here. Leave our village." Tariq took the opportunity to attack Sefu. But Sefu was no longer afraid. He said, "We did not do any harm. We only loved. If you do not understand us, we will not be like you." At that moment, the sky darkened and a powerful storm began. As lightning struck the sky, Niam's spirit appeared. He addressed the villagers, "You are creating your own disaster with your prejudices and fears. Do not underestimate the power of pure love." The villagers knelt in fear. Kiongosi realized what he had done and felt remorse. "Niam, forgive us. Our fears have blinded us," he said. Tariq retreated in shame. Niam addressed them one last time, "Love is the most powerful magic. Accept it and respect it. Then the storm stopped and the sky became bright again. From that day on, the villagers began to accept Sefu and Amara. Their love destroyed all prejudices and fears in the village. While Kiongosi tried to guide his village to the better with his wisdom, Tariq tried to learn from his mistakes and correct himself. Sefu and Amara's love became legendary in the village and the surrounding areas. They were called the Dance of the Sun and the Moon because their union was proof of how opposites can be in perfect harmony. Over the years, Sefu and Amara had children. They followed in their parents' footsteps and grew up with love and respect. The village continued to live in unity and solidarity, respecting the spirits of nature and their ancestors. But the story did not end there. One day, strangers from distant lands came to the village. These strangers had discovered that there were valuable minerals in the village's land and wanted to seize these minerals. They tried to deceive the villagers by saying, "Sell us this land, we will bring you wealth." The villagers did not want to sell their ancestral lands. However, this time the strangers resorted to threats. They threatened to burn down the village. Sefu took action to protect his village. Together with Amara, they decided to ask Niam for help. They went deep into the forest and called out to Niam. Niam encouraged them by saying, "This time, you must fight. The courage and love in your heart will give you the strength you need." When they returned to the village, Sefu and Amara gathered the villagers together. They motivated them by saying, "If we unite, no one can defeat us." The villagers, men and women, began to prepare for defense. When the foreigners attacked, the villagers showed great resistance. They managed to repel the foreigners by taking the forces of nature with them. This victory showed how strong the unity and faith of the village was. After the victory, a great celebration was held in the village. Sefu and Amara became known as the heroes of the village. Their love and courage changed the fate of the village. Over the years, the village of Mbali grew and flourished. The people continued to live in harmony with nature and respected the spirits of their ancestors. The story of Sefu and Amara became legendary, passed down from generation to generation. This story continued to be told in the mystical lands of Africa as proof of how love and courage can overcome all obstacles. The Dance of the Sun and the Moon became a symbol of how opposites can be in magnificent harmony. And so, deep in Africa, this story shaped by the power of love and faith continued to inspire people.